Jason.
Who's next? Jason?
This is going to be a very... Hold on a second. I need to just... Okay, we're good. All right. It is not going to be a good time for everyone out there. And specifically, I want to talk to toy collectors right now. Because it is expected... Well, for right now, before I go into any of this, Amazon is already raising the prices on things like action figures. Why? Because these things are produced overseas, mostly in China. In fact, about 80% of the toy industry is produced in China. Currently, we are experiencing some changes in how we do business as a country that were just unexpectedly thrown out there, possibly with no preparation done whatsoever or intelligence behind them whatsoever. Right now, toy companies are expecting to announce very soon they are going to have no choice but to raise prices. Hasbro's CEO, Chris Cox, I hate saying that guy's name, has expected that they are going to maybe lose $100 to $300 million in revenue this year, mainly because of the uncertainty. No firm decision has been made. Things are waffling around, but it has caused other companies to say, okay, we're not going to buy as much stuff right now because we don't know what's going to happen. To put this all into perspective, because this is actually something I've been watching very closely. Typically, these things come in from China, Vietnam, other manufacturers overseas, and they hit the Port of LA. The Port of LA is the busiest port there is. Ships come in, unload cargo bins. There are trucks lined up to take those products out and into the world. Currently, there are no trucks in the parking lot, to put this in perspective. So, let's look at supply and demand by... I turn on a water hose from the side of my house. I turn it on, water goes through the hose all the way and delivers where I need it to go. Now, that water has essentially shut off. Whatever was in transit is still there, and it's going to be empty. What we're expecting now are empty store shelves. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's sensationalism. They're making things up. They're driving this out of proportion. No. Trucking and shipping industries have reported that they have very, very reduced cargo to carry, which is actually causing them to look at, hey, we don't have cargo to carry, we don't have money coming in, we have to start laying off people. And that is currently the reality that we're in. Those ports and those parking spaces are empty. There are, I repeat, no trucks there to take anything off because nothing is coming in. So, eventually that water is going to run out when it gets to who? Us, the consumer. Exactly. So we're expecting some empty shelves coming soon. And to give you an idea of how caring this administration, or regime, as some people would say, cares about it, our Cheeto-in-Chief has said that, well, maybe little Jimmy or whatever won't have $30 for Christmas. Maybe they'll have 2, and those 2 will cost more. Let me tell you something, fool. I want my dolls. Action figures. Sorry. Currently, some of the big boys out there, Mattel, Hasbro, some of the large companies are expecting soon to announce higher prices. We're already seeing Amazon, of course, is raising them. Even though they're trying to hold out. They don't want to induce panic. They don't want people saying, oh, well, I'm out. But I got to tell you something. If the price of, say, this figure that I bought for $20 raises to, say, projections of $30 to $50, I'm out. I'm out. There are too many important things in this world that I have to care about. This is my hobby. I love this hobby. But if you start importing tariffs like this, I'm out. I cannot afford my hobby. I'm not even going to try because I am what you would call a completionist or a psychopath. If I can't get all of them, then it's not complete for me. So if I can't get all of them, I'd rather just go for nothing. Now, the things that do make it out there for this price, and you can get somebody like me who says, I'm not going to buy that. Eventually what they do have, that stock will start gathering dust and they have no choice but to lower the prices. And that's when you start seeing things that like Ollie's and Ross and Burlington. This is overstocked things that companies cannot move, and they move it to these companies. So ultimately, they will still be taking a loss in profit. This can be catastrophic, especially in an era where we've seen smaller companies rise like Valaverse or Loyal Subjects, who are able to produce their items and give them to us. They don't have huge factories. They don't have 1,000 people on their payroll. They are smaller companies, and this is going to absolutely devastate them. So, I wish I had better news on that, but that is currently what we are looking at. And if you're out there right now and you see this video and you're saying, oh, Snowflake, well, guess what? I have the benefit of the future happening, and this video will still exist. So if you come on here and talking about, oh, that's ridiculous, that won't happen, I will be messaging you in about a month when these things are most assuredly going to be happening. Look, I rarely will put myself out there on YouTube like this, but when I'm right, I love to be right. In situations like this, I'm going to hate that I'm right.
I will say I saw something that China's doing, which is very smart. They're like, hey, you know, stuff, if you come here, it's very cheap. We're announcing this new thing where for 128 hours or something, you don't have to have any papers at all to come in and do a shopping trip. And I'm like, fuck, as a business decision for a whole country, which is problematic, and we know that can be, for a whole country to make a unanimous business decision like that, it's hurting us in the other way. But yeah, like, I was just like, props. That's a bold strategy that is likely to work out very well for them.
What I have seen here very recently, this is actually a couple of days ago, one of my favorite third-party companies recently announced, hey, if you're looking for something off of our website, don't go through the website to get it. Email us here and what the item is. So props to them for finding a way around these things, because honestly, I do like the product that they put out. They put out everything down there. Yeah. So
no one on this show advocates for going against the law, by the way.
Ultimately, those things.
But also, Pirates of the Caribbean, great film franchise.
Ultimately, those things are going to be are not going to be tenable for a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is the situation that we're in, and it's not even something I'm predicting to happen. It's already happened. We're just waiting for it to literally get to us downstream. And mark my words, we'll, you know, everybody out there, those leopards will eat your face. That's it for me.
Always remember the famous words of, I think it was from Lazy Town, do what you want, because a pirate is free.
In the literary sense, which is all we mean. We definitely don't mean other things. Survive how you can, get what you need.
Orlando Bloom
live how you
want.
want.
Great performance
and he's
in those
so
movies.
hot.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I like Pirates of the Caribbean.
I liked his whole arc with becoming a pirate, where he was like a law-abiding
He wasn't a pirate, and then he was, and we were all like, "Yay, become a pirate!"
I'm going to get you off of that tangent and on your story.